I'm in a 57 Chevy. I'm going to fire it up. There's a cold start. There is fuel in the bowl of the carburetor. When you let it sit for weeks, the fuel goes back into the tank. So you got to keep cranking and cranking to fill the bowl up. But now, since I cleaned all the terminals on the coil, that could have been the issue why I wasn't firing it up. So I'm going to show you. It's a cold start. I gave it a couple little squirts. Turn it a key. Fires right up. No cranking. This car is running really good right now. I guess the terminals coming from the ignition switch to the coil and then the coil going into the distributor could have been dirty. They weren't corroded. They could have been just had to be cleaned up a little bit with some sandpaper. I guess maybe the electricity going through it makes the terminals dirty where it don't get a good connection. I really don't know, but this is puzzling. This car used to always crank, and she would fire up and chug and chug and chug till she fired up. That wasn't right. Now it's a turn of a key, a couple of the squirts of the carburetor, and you turn the key and she fires right up. You got to give it a little gas to get the alternator to kick in. It's charging around 13 volts. Should charge around 14, but the battery is completely charged. Oil pressure, that'll drop a little bit to around 20 normal when it gets hot. So I'm going to take her out, a little spin. I was putting her away, but it's like 65 degrees today. November, the third week in November. So I'll take it on the road a little bit. Oh, we're on the road here. Look at this, just kick it in. Just kick it in. Fire right up this car. Running very good right now. Look at that, just kick it down and she fired right up. She used to hesitate when I did that. So that means it wasn't getting a good spark. Back on the road again over here. Look at that, you just kick it down. She wasn't doing that, she used to chug. She used to hesitate when I did that. You figure it was the fuel pump, something in the carburetor. No, it was the ignition. It was the point of the coil. It wasn't getting a good spark. We're back home. Put her in the garage. Back in the garage. I wasn't taking her out, but I took her out today. 65 degrees here. Third week in November. So the 57's running really good right now. Everything's all fixed up.